evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or... Cat. Ooh, gosh, brain gone, and we're in a good place. This evening, we're going to be starting with 2 hours of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, followed by a brief break, followed by 2 hours of Margarita, DMing Candlekeep Mysteries. What is this book called?
Zikrin's Zephyrian Tome.
I've had so many problems with this man's name, and I've tried to say it. I cannot.
Zikrin. Gazre Azam. Yes, and that's all we've met so far.
I'm gonna keep calling him Gaz because it's easier to remember.
That's fine.
Well, no, there's also
one of my books that I like.
The tiefling.
That's right.
F-boy.
Leftari. Yeah.
Leftari.
Leftari.
Yes.
Yep. So 3 new characters.
So Z and Lefty.
Yeah.
Gaz, Z, and Lefty.
Gaz, Z, and Lefty.
Gaz is a separate person
Z
than
died.
Yes. Zikram
Zikram
is still alive.
Zikram, we don't know if he's alive or dead.
Zachary.
Officially.
Nashazi died.
Oh,
He was the first.
Okay.
That was alternate universe.
Only
Shazi.
alternate universe Shazi died.
Look, Multiverse of Madness came out, and then somehow we started doing this Multiverse of Madness thing.
Yeah.
We did it first, actually.
I have such a simpleton brain that I have a hard time following all of these.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to, is it Kevin Feige that runs the Marvel thing? Yeah, about stealing our ideas.
He's
for that.
pissed.
Yeah, really, we need to get that out. We'll get our legal team on it, it's fine. But with that, beginning with this lovely episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight with our characters still trapped in Loomlurch, I am so sorry. But
It's our new Sunblight.
it is,
All we want is a little sleep.
but nobody died yet.
Yeah.
And you are all level 5 now, so that's always a nice little...
Wait, we are?
Remember, at the end of the last
That's
episode,
right.
I was like,
Then we
after
could be
this...
level 5 and I... Okay.
Oh, and we are going to
Get
sleep
ready
because we
for that.
did get it in spoken word that we sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Oh.
And if you look at the bubbly boo on the screen, it is 5 for everybody.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Is it not?
Oh,
I'm so, okay, wait, so my
yes!
Such confidence.
I did it before we... watch. Okay, just real quick, go to the map screen just so we can check it.
Yep, that one's...
That was
So
4?
you just want to stay on 5? Yeah, this is 5.
Oh, good.
Am I
Okay.
only-
Want to stay on this one?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
gonna say,
We'll know the difference. Everybody at home, if you're watching this, I'm assuming you're watching this before the rest of the episode, so they're level 5. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened.
The
Level 5?
confidence was...
Oh my
I know
goodness.
that was
Right now, or do we have to long rest?
So when we start, you will have long rested. That's
Okay.
what I'm.
Wait, but even him?
He didn't do anything.
Teacher! I've been guarding the entire house.
For the rest of the game, Jake will be 1 level behind everybody else.
The rest of the game, that's not what I'm asking.
I think that's fair.
Do you want me to do some push-ups or something?
Jake, have you leveled up yet?
No.
Okay, stay unleveled for a bit.
Okay.
Because we're gonna do something with you, so we'll do that at level 4, and then afterwards you can be level 5.
DDBR stuff.
Okay.
I know.
Yes. So with that,
I feel threatened.
You should.
I'm in danger.
I need an adult.
You are all alone.
With no one
I'm
here
so
beside me.
lonely.
We went in different directions.
Oh my god.
There's so many songs about
There-
loneliness, though. So,
That's true.
This
Oh, getting
loneliness
off the rails.
is
I love
killing
it.
me.
This is, I think, maybe
Nice.
the longest it's taken us to get to the actual game in this part. And with that in mind, I would
Just
love to
miss
turn it over to Helena to tell us what happened last
Oh,
time.
now it's her responsibility to snatch
Especially-
this out of the garbage fire.
Let's be honest, it's always Helena's responsibility to stretch it out of the garbage fire.
She does it beautifully.
That's great.
And to also inform Jacob what happened last week, because Jake asked us before we started what happened last week, and we gave
Even
terrible
though it was on
answers. It was
Twitch
not a
for the
good
last
answer.
7 days. You could have watched it at any time.
But we also didn't give a good answer, because I think that all of us have mostly forgotten except for Helena. So,
I have some notes. They may or may not be helpful.
great.
Okay, so Kane had just disappeared into a dollhouse. And so we were like, well, we want to help him, but we don't know how. and we're not going to try that hard. So we covered the dollhouse with a sheet, and Zindy puts it on, Jeltra puts it on her back, and we keep on trucking.
It is kind of appropriate that the group didn't want to try that hard is the same group that was like, can we just burn this place to the ground?
That's true.
With the children we haven't found still inside?
I mean, they would have gotten out.
Sure.
This place is up to OSHA fire codes.
What's everybody's alignment?
Neutral.
Yeah.
Undecided.
So,
So we go into this new room. It's got like a bunch of bird cages and clockwork sparrows, kind of dipping around. Cody reminds Solstice that, hey, we heard there was a rocking horse downstairs. And Solstice is like, I gotta go check that out. That could be my boy Eldon. So Cody and Solstice go down, and then Jeltra follows them. And Percy's like, I'm gonna stay up here because I like metal birds more than my party. So he's like checking it out.
Stayed with him.
Oh, did you say? Oh, sorry.
Stay upstairs. No worries.
Jeltra stayed up
Because I
there.
remember her waving her little spider out the window.
That's right. Attention.
And so Percy committed just a little light mail fraud and was looking at some correspondence between the hags. And the hags, of course, none of them would disclose in these letters that they knew where the horn was. They're all like, do you know where it is? Do you know where it is? And none of them know where it is, but one of them knows. And then also two that we have already encountered kind of hinted that Endolin, our last one, it never tells them anything. They also talk about a Jabberwock, a creature that is tied to Zybilna in some way, maybe her friend, and the hags be scared of it. So that's our new best friend. So then Solstice and Cody are talking to the rocking horse. We're able to develop a system of speaking to it. And it's like, yeah, I am Eldon. And we're like, oh, we want to help you. And he's like, well, you got to get my horn back. So we're like, okay.
Should we have trusted?
I guess we don't know that we can trust him, but we are.
A wooden horse?
I don't know how you'd read a wooden horse's cues, so probably not.
By shaking back and forth.
Let's see. So Elkhorn, that gnome we were hanging out with, he's hanging out with the children while we continue going through Loomlurch. Let's see. We find Will again. We're like hearing some screeching in the distance. We're like, hey, there's Will. So we go meet up with him. We have to take down a writhing mass? Shambling mound. Writhing mass, also cool. So
that's the like off-brand erotica version of a shambling mound.
Indeed. So we take it, and then we're like, yo, guys, we got some kids in here, but we haven't found them all. So then we go back in. We're kind of looking around. There's something about pincushion. What did that note mean?
Pincushion was the name of the doll that you fought.
Oh, right.
That I
Okay.
murdered.
Yes.
Right, because the kids that we freed are like, have you been to Pincussion's room? We're like, we want to meet that person. And it immediately is a creepy doll that we must kill. We kill a rug, too. I don't know what the rug did, but we killed it.
Almost killed Solstice.
That's
It
true.
did.
I did go down. It was very scary. I'm technically still in my death save, so I'm not sure if I've been healed yet. But
No, because I
You popped your
made
mouth full
sure.
of crickets.
Yeah.
Rio was like, I'm
right.
saying this on stream, so it's on the record.
I didn't update that. Okay, so then, and I'm also updating to 5. I come back stronger. And then
You can smother me, but I'll only come back stronger than I was before.
Indeed. Recapitated?
Fantastic.
Suffocated?
As all of
And
you...
none of us, and I want to say for the record, none of us, after the initial dollhouse, were at all concerned about Nicaid for the rest of the episode.
You had faith that Nicaid, as a talented bard and seeker of spirits, would be able to hold his own
Absolutely.
against whatever was within this little museum of torture.
And plus, we were pretty sure we would hear him screaming.
We did shout for him and nothing came back though, so
Yeah.
but we just kind
It
of
was
ignored
almost as
that.
if he was absent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
he just wasn't there.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
As you are all licking your wounds in the sewing room, the rug dead and bloody on the floor, a pile of ash where
It
once
bleeds?
It does.
it bleeds
Wow.
thread.
Yeah. All the frayed thread.
Thread.
Pincushion, just a pile of ash.
Yes.
We are going to turn to hours in the past as all of you stand together in what appears to be the bedroom of the hag, the now vanquished creature whose home you have defiled. Cade, with a mixture of curiosity and carelessness, has reached forward and touched this little dollhouse next to the hag's bed. His vision blacked out and returned with him standing in a foyer. Dingy, dark, grimy, tiny spider webs in each of the corners, where I believe when we had left you had looked out the windows and realized
See
where
everybody
exactly you were.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to pick up with you.
Ooh, I hope that house has lights, because we covered it in that sheet. And it got real dark in there.
It's Haragon have dark vision.
They do not.
It's fine. The ambient light through the sheet. I mean, it's not like it's a yeah.
Tell us what you're doing in the house.
Are there sconces or torches or anything?
There are.
Okay. I would try to get them lit and just get some light around the inside of the foyer, not too far out because I don't know what's going on, but
As you approach one of the sconces, as you see in this foyer, there is matching staircases leading up in a kind of half circle shape to a higher level. There is a hallway shrouded in darkness ahead of you between the staircases, and doorways to each side of this foyer, aside from the front door, which from this side appears to just be a wall with inlays that are mimicking what a door would be if it were there.
okay.
As you approach the sconces in an attempt to light them, they immediately burst into flame.
Perfect.
So I'm only going to interrupt one more time.
Oh boy.
Please tell me, as the bard, that you change into a pure white Victorian sleeping gown before exploring this house.
I don't do that. However, I put my
Missed opportunity.
stuff. I put stuff down. The lights all turn on, and I go, that's better. Add some mood.
As these lights illuminate the foyer in which you stand between the stairs, it seems to almost deepen and lengthen the shadows of everything around you. The staircases create these dark, almost inky black shadows on either side. The hallway beyond seems to almost elongate in front of you as those shadows are given power by a source of light.
Can I roll, I guess, perception to see if it feels like I'm in danger or if anything might be living in there?
Sure.
Like survival or something too,
Yeah,
however you
perception.
want to.
And since you have a perception of like spirits kind of naturally, go ahead and you can roll that with advantage.
Ooh. Ooh.
Tell the people what you rolled.
I rolled a 2 and a 5, so a 7 and a 4 respectively.
All
The best
that,
numbers.
all that you get from this check of kind of looking around and taking in your surroundings is that this place feels tainted.
I don't like that. Aunt Shania, you're right. This place needs a little sprucing, and I pull out my mandolin and I start playing, not mandolin, lute. Thank you. I was thinking Lyle, but that's not right.
As you call on your Aunt Shania and begin playing, a
Does she
mist
feel like a woman?
begins to come out of your lute in this kind of white glowing form as it materializes into Aunt Shania by your side. A hair and gone body that tapers down into the mist coming from the lute.
Much better.
Sprucing up is right, child.
I don't feel so alone all of a sudden.
Never alone.
I know. Sometimes I'd like to be, but that's neither here nor there. How loud is it inside with them all being outside talking?
The lute to you seems to echo off of everything. It's
Okay.
that the notes come back at you down the hallway, delayed and distorted.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly just explore.
Shania seems to be shedding her own light that dissipates the shadows in your immediate vicinity.
Okay.
As you move, are you going down the hallway or up the stairs?
I'm gonna go first down the hallway.
Okay. Going down the hallway, at the same time, sconces in front of you spark to life as the ones behind you dissipate.
Classy.
Appropriate and fitting. It's almost like I just carry a presence wherever I go.
Looking back, the shadows seem to be encroaching as if they are moving towards you. Each of them seeming sharper than they ought to be from what's casting them from the banister. But you can see that while the light from the sconces seems to empower and embolden them, the small pool of soft light being cast off by your relative keeps the area immediately around you free.
Okay. I almost imagine as I'm walking and playing, I'll like stop and I'll play like a shrill note as I look back, and I, play that like game.
Mm-hmm. Each time you play like a shrill note, Shania giggles.
Okay, perfect.
You always were so easy to spook. Although perhaps if I was more easy to spook, I wouldn't be here.
There's a reason I've lasted this long.
Your father always said your fear would kill you, but I think you might have a point.
I stay out of rivers as much as I can. Sorry, Bentley.
And continuing down this hallway, it's lined with doors on each side. There's wood paneling that almost seems oiled. Near the top of it, there's drips of lacquer that fade out as it goes down to the ground and are met in motes of dust on either side. Following the hallway down, you eventually reach an arch that leads into what appears to be a drawing room of sorts. So there's several couches laid around, there's a desk, there's another window with moth-eaten curtains hanging from either side of it in this kind of draped up and down pattern. One of them is clearly half fallen off from the ceiling, whereas the other is still maintained in place. They appear to have at once been white, but are now tarnished in a shade of tan.
Is this her bedroom?
It is a living room, like a sitting room kind of area.
Room? Okay. I'm gonna poke around in there.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation.
I'm gonna invade her privacy.
She'd do the same.
Not very well.
Oh,
That's a nat 1.
Okay.
+3, but...
As you try to dig through things, you just get these puffs of dust. And it keeps making you cough and sneeze, and it's really burning your eyes. It's hard to really get a grip of anything that she has in this room. It appears that when you get to what would be a writing desk, it is entirely empty. There's not even an ink, quill, pen, nothing that could be here. So this maybe is not where she does her correspondence from. The room itself appears to have not been touched in quite a long time.
Okay. In that case, moving on.
Okay.
Very curious to see upstairs.
Okay.
Arguably more excited to see upstairs, but you gotta work in common sense. I'm already downstairs. We're downstairs. Then you go upstairs.
I like it. That's a good.
You don't want to go to the murder basement?
No, not yet. You save the best for last.
Well, and when someone starts chasing you, you want to be able to run upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always better to find yourself in a place where you can't escape in that kind of situation.
That just freaks criminals out.
Coming back over to the main room, in the deep shadows on the sides of the stairs to the left, you hear a rattling sound. Shakes for a moment, and the echoes of it cascade up into the high ceilings and dissipate.
I dislike that, but I also need to know. And curiosity killed the cat, which I'm not at a backseat.
Not in this game.
Said that out loud to myself. In character. I'm gonna go poke around and find out what just made that rattling sound.
You didn't say it to yourself. You said it to Shania.
Said it to Shania, yeah.
Jesus.
Perhaps fear is not as deeply rooted in you as I had thought. And as you approach the shadow where the rattling came from, on the other staircase, a childish giggle emanates.
No, thank you.
I start playing like chasing theme music. And then I approach.
Are you still approaching where the rattle came from? Leaving the childish giggle alone?
I want to know what that rattle was.
Okay. As you approach closer, the shadows seem to darken in front of you, and you can see on the ground, it's almost like they're trying to push against the light that Shania is spreading until they entirely surround the circle in which you stand, and all around you on the floor is just black. You can see barely some light behind you from the sconce that's on the opposite side of the stair, but the wall in front of you is like non-existent.
I just hello?
Are you going to keep kind of like walking forward?
As soon as it surrounds me, I'm going to stop walking.
Okay.
Hello? I don't think Shania and I are alone.
Silence.
Can't have that, so I'll go back to playing a light tune. It's very loud in my head.
You notice that as soon as you stop playing, even though the tone can kind of still echo, the puddle of light around you begins to enclose as Shania begins to float back towards the lute. And when you begin playing again, it expands back to the original diameter that you were at before.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around on my heels and get away from there.
Okay. Excellent. As you get back to the center of the room, the rattle and the giggle emanate at the same time.
Again, hello?
They form together as they intermingle in their echoes to create this raspy cackle as the rattle forms an undertone to what once was a childish giggle.
Okay.
I'm glad I did not touch that topic.
At this point, is the sheet draped over yet, or can I still see them outside?
We draped it almost immediately.
Yeah, the sheet is draped over. As you look out the window now that you're out from behind the staircase, it just appears that there's a world of cloth and dim light coming from the outside where once there was a room. In this exact moment, as you're recognizing that that's all happening, the whole house jostles and nearly takes you off your feet, but that it seems to settle itself.
Spiders are very steady walkers.
Especially giant ones.
You do hear a lot of spidery noises.
I think he might need to make a check that he doesn't fall out of this circle of light. I kind of want Kate to die in this dog.
Well, you know, DM's a couple games and she just becomes player murder happy.
As I see that there's something blocking, and I feel it, and like we're moving, and I hear spider sounds. Just start singing, and I wonder if I'll ever cross your mind. And then I guess I'm gonna go try to go to the opposite end and see if I can find the laughing.
Okay.
This is a bad idea. As I'm saying that out loud.
This is a bad idea.
And Shania.
Just cast fireball.
I wouldn't disagree, but if you die, it won't change my circumstance. I'll just see you more often.
And changes mine just enough to be an inconvenience.
Fair. It was a shame losing corporealness. I miss being able to touch things.
Can
Yourself
I?
included, probably.
One of the other ghosts.
Pops his head up.
Boris, in front of the child. What?
All of this is perfect.
It's a very similar experience coming in here that as you get closer to where there would be a wall,
Okay.
it becomes darker and darker around you.
So I'm scared of that.
But you're rising above your fear.
I think there's some sense just slinging some magic around, maybe.
Can I
We're all the
point out of
voices.
the
Like,
foyer
I'm saying detect magic.
and just try to message the spider that I know is Jeltra?
What?
I just want a message.
I'm going to need you to roll an attack this time.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, 23.
Yes.
Okay.
And I want a message. Am I dying? Are you leaving me?
You received the message.
no, we're taking you with us. Are you okay?
Okay.
Wait.
So shitty DM rules lawyer.
I know.
Technically, message would come back verbally spoken, so it would come back as spider noises. Technically,
Oh, that's right.
because
Oh.
message is not an in your head thing.
That's
it's an
true.
actual
I
spoken
speak.
thing.
Yeah. So.
So it's up to you. I mean,
Do I
like,
verbalize or do you hear?
That also keeps continuity in the other side of the stories.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a quarter after one. In a very nervous tone. Like away from that area, and I'm just gonna keep exploring
Okay,
upstairs.
great. Each of the stairs seems to creak in its own unique way as you go up. Some of the creaks sounding like natural wood, some sounding like there's a creature beneath that you are crushing as you step down on it. Making your way to the top, where half of the banister pieces are broken away. Some of them are covered in cobwebs, and others are maintained beautifully. There are 2 doors, one on either side of this upper level.
2 doors, one on either side.
Yes.
And Shania, any wisdom?
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
So.
Shania, is right tidy or Lucy better in this situation?
I don't know. I've never been in a haunted dollhouse before.
Stick your hole through the door.
Generally speaking, we do the haunting.
Yeah, I'm offended by this.
Yes.
I feel like you should be Lucy.
Somebody's encroaching on our territory.
As I just. Alright, he's right. He's
As
right.
you
And I'm
stop playing the lute, the circle starts to close again.
and I, oh wait.
This is when we realize, this is the episode where we realize what Cade goes through all the time. It's like 8 to 20 voices talking to him at all times.
This is exactly what happens. Yes. And I'm gonna go to the door on the left.
All right.
I'm gonna put my ear against it, my rabbit ear
Okay.
flap.
There is what appears to be the sound of a rustling breeze.
People are always leaving windows open in these places. Can I go to the other door and then put my other ear against that one?
This one, instead of that rustling breeze, is silent.
Which is worse.
Can I? You all are gonna murder me for this.
Right is right.
Can I use like my rabbit hop in some way to like jump against the door and kick it open?
Yeah. You're going for the silent one?
Whilst
The
playing.
silent one. While playing, I'm gonna say, Aunt Shania, Cousin Bentley, Aunt Bonnie, let's go, girls.
The door, being unlocked as it was, kicks inward easily and slams against the wall, leaving a dent where a crystalline doorknob shatters against it.
Ooh, oops.
Inside, you appear to have found a bedroom. The dim light that's now being cast through this sheet is almost pearlescent white coming through the windows at a high angle. No light turns on in this room as you enter.
Eerie, creepy, and spooky, all wrapped up in one. What a lovely place to call home and lay your head at night. I'm just going to start rummaging through stuff, but with one hand just kind of playing open chords.
Similar to what you
Do you have
saw.
mage hand?
No.
So that would be really funny. Just like playing the music, and then just have mage hand, just like rummaging through things.
Similar to what you saw in the drawing room before, this room appears to have once been beautiful and well appointed and has fallen in disrepair. Unlike that room, this one does not appear to have been unused. While the bed is made, there is no dust. Everything in the room appears like it's regularly moved about and used. So go ahead and roll investigation again.
Investigating.
21.
Excellent. You find what appeared to be death. No, you find what
It's nice.
It's anthrax.
at the edge of the bed you find a pair of embroidered velvet slippers. They are worth 15 gold pieces, and they are red with gold embroidery, and they appear to actually be well cared for and maintained.
Will they fit his bunny feet?
And they probably
Do you
will.
try them on?
I guess his bunny feet would be larger than a normal small creature's feet.
As you go and slide the shoe on, your foot just kind of keeps going where it should stop, and the shoe resizes to fit you.
Neat.
I look at them. Again, one hand just playing open notes. Adjust my waistcoat. Proper.
Yes, they look dashing. They remind me of something that Eldon had at one point. I think he lost them in a river, though.
These don't look at all wet.
Damn.
They're mine.
Yes, they. I would say drowning is not the only reason not going to river. You can often lose things. On the nightstand next to the bed, this is also one of those canopy beds, and you can see the big 4 posters on either side, and then a canopy towards the head that sweeps out, matching the drapery around it. On top of the nightstand is a false eye made of solid gold sitting in a little jewelry bowl.
That's going to come in handy. Absolutely take it.
That is worth 25 gold pieces.
Don't we have a bunch of false eyes already?
Not made of
From
solid gold.
No, but from the first hag, didn't we?
I believe she had some, yeah. I love that they give, sorry, this is a little bit out of narrative, but I love that they give gold cost for everything, even though there's like nothing that uses gold in this campaign. Like,
It's all equivalent exchange.
Resize when you leave the dollhouse, or does it remain small?
guess
what I'm
we'll find
wondering
out.
I guess like
Hey,
25
don't forget
gold
that your Uncle Bob, he put on some weird slippers and they made him dance to death.
I don't think that had anything to do with the slippers and more the mysterious.
You have to
Almost
say a
clearly
command word before the curse took hold. We should try and guess what it is. Dance, feet, hot feet.
I just do a little.
Dun, dun.
As the ghost relative says hot feet, you feel just a pleasant warmth in the slippers as they seem to have responded to the command word.
That's pleasant. Don't do that again.
Cold feet.
Pleasant cooling.
Oh.
Itchy feet.
It happens.
I start like tapping my feet and scuffing them against the floor. Comfort of friends who don't abandon me.
Nothing happens.
Nice cooling feet.
On the
Did you think to add feet, comforting friends that don't abandon me feet?
No, I didn't.
there seems to be a plushness that grows within the slippers as if padding has been added to the bottom.
Ooh.
I'm not saying you were right.
There is a dressing table as well across from the bed with mirrors surrounding it. The mirrors do not show you. They just show the room. But on the dressing table is a cracked hand mirror with gaudy, bejeweled handles and jewels running up the frame on either side.
Without a second thought, I'm grabbing it. I'm gonna mess with Cody so good.
The rest of the room just seems to be a well-appointed bedroom.
Okay.
She doesn't have many belongings here.
And the belongings she did have are now mine.
Yes.
All her eyes are mine.
All her golden eyes and mine.
007, GoldenEye.
There is one additional door in here. It's okay. There is one additional door in this room aside from the room.
Closet.
Again, slap a big ear against it. Listen for sounds of danger and or running water.
Running water.
Really?
Weird.
Childlike sense of wonder, immediate sense of danger. Childlike sense of wonder, immediate sense of danger. I very carefully open this door.
As you open it, the sound of running water vanishes, and it is a bathroom.
Oh.
There's a clawfoot tub situated below a large picture window across from another vanity with 2 sinks set into it.
Well, that could have gone way worse. And close the door again. Is that all there? No, I was in one room. I gotta go find out what's in the next room.
Okay.
And go out, and I carefully open the door to the wind rustling sound room.
Lefty Lucy.
As you open it, unlike the room with the running water that ceased immediately, this one continues to rustle, and it gets a little louder as you open the door. Beyond the door is a dark staircase leading up.
A dark staircase leading up.
Another story.
Are there more sconces? It's just dark and creepy? Just dark and creepy. To the dark and creepy staircase we go.
This time, instead of creaks, each of the steps are silent.
Okay.
Not even the sound of your footfall.
I keep going because I have to.
You feel the ghostly presence of Shania's hand on your shoulder in comfort. The stairs don't seem to be as long as they feel as you continue upwards for what must be 5 minutes total, just an upward climb, even though it appeared that they would be a single story. Reaching the top of it, you find a landing. A single circular window and an arched roof in this attic, the window casting false moonlight onto the ground in an oval. The room is cluttered, dusty, several chests, and there also appears to be one ornately decorated as a toy chest.
Oh, yeah.
If I look out the window that's casting the oval, do I just see sheet?
It's you can see where like it's folded and creased, and at your size you can see all of the stitching in the fabric of the sheet and it gently rustling back and forth as it's being moved.
It's just like her to have an awful thread count. And then I go to the toy chest.
Okay.
You check her trousers.
Inside the toy chest, there are wooden horses, what you wouldn't recognize, but appears to be a cylindrical body with wings coming off of it and a propeller at the front. There's a little toy boat. There's a rubber ball. I'm thinking as I'm saying this, like, there's several things that don't exist in the D&D world. They are in this chest. That's what they are, but you wouldn't necessarily recognize what they are. And in the corner is a teddy bear.
I grab my teddy bear.
As you take the teddy bear and make contact with it, a warmth floods through you. It emanates out of you, and the pool of light around your feet expands until it takes over the entirety of the room. banishing away this darkness and removing the shadows to all but the natural. As though there is no light source, it now feels as if you're standing in an attic during the day.
Oh, wonderful. And I stop playing for a second.
Nothing changes.
It's been a little while. I'm a little rusty. My calluses seem to have seized my paws.
Shania, as she kind of slowly whisks back in, says, I'm glad we could be of service. I hope we're never a bother to you.
I like bothering him.
But he doesn't need to know that.
Just, I guess I poke around the rest of the room. I should probably take out the rest of the toys too in case they belong to other children. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to collect the toys and put them in a separate pocket in my waistcoat of holding. The coolest thing I've ever been given in D&D.
I love that. Excellent. As you clear out the rest of the chest, that feeling of warmth and contentment not leaving you, exiting this room, the staircase now is not elongated. It takes the right amount of time to get down. Instead of creaks or silence, you hear the normal signs of footfalls. Entering that balcony overlooking the foyer, the house itself seems to have banished this darkness, and you can see in the corner on the floor as one of these little guys dives through what appears to be a sliver of darkness in the wall, and then the sliver closes behind it. The house itself, still decrepit, still unused, still kind of outside of its time, but now natural.
Okay. And he's just chilling somewhere downstairs in the foyer?
The little dude?
Yeah.
Oh, he just went through like a void in the wall, and the void closed.
Oh, and he left.
Left.
Okay. I guess, can I just sit at the top of the stairwell on the banister and slide down and sing Good Morning Baltimore?
Roll an acrobatics check. Yes, you can. You can.
And then I get to the bottom and I just,
Is that in Chult, Baltimore?
Yes.
and then just, I'll hang out in the foyer.
It's about 400 miles from Eberron, Wisconsin. As you reach down to that base level, the sheets unfold, and you can see outside into what appears to be injured friends around you.
Hey.
As the door in the wall that once appeared false seems to be functional.
I step through it.
Opening the door, as you step out of it, every step you take forward, you gain size until you are standing outside of the dollhouse among your injured friends in your full form with your teddy bear.
As I step outside, I go, every day's like an open door. Jesus, what happened to you guys?
You're not dead! Wait, am I dead? Wait, what are we doing?
This would be, we'll say this after you were brought back.
Okay. I'm not either!
So Nickade is safe from the dollhouse. I'm going to flick a lit match into that dollhouse.
It catches.
I'm gonna dump some oil on it.
It bursts forward, almost reaching the ceiling. Go ahead and roll damage. We'll see if it catches anything else.
Oh gosh.
A D4.
We have controlled immolation. It's a teamwork feat that we took.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
4 damage.
Okay. And it's D4, not plus anything?
I don't think so. Let me check.
Cade, while you've been gone, we've developed a less than stellar opinion of Loomlurch. So
Can you roll an acrobatics check, Cade?
Oh
Aye.
no!
Sorry.
Time for me to.
If the
Oh!
6.
The flames catch the thread on the table. They luckily are not doused in oil like the house was, but they do begin to smoke as they catch.
target takes additional 5 damage from the burning oil if it's on fire. And then it burns itself out after 1 minute.
So you're now in the sewing room that has caught fire.
Oh gosh.
I tried to smother it. Is there something I can... I rip my clothes off. smother it
The
with
rug's
my
still
cloak.
there, technically, right? We just killed it. It's still.
How
The
dare
rug is
you.
still on fire.
Dead
Oh.
body of the
Oh.
rug.
I'm gonna
We take some time to put all the fire out.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to help bring down the flames.
Excellent. With Solstice's quick action, and I keep wanting to call you Zindi and not Jeldra.
I can do Druidcraft too. I'll help.
And Jeldra's help, as well as our other Druidcraft from Percy, you are able to contain the flames so that they do not take down the entirety of Loomlurch.
Yes, sadly.
But the dollhouse is just a skeleton remaining.
Are you still a
Black and
spider
charred.
at this point?
No, I've transformed.
Direwolf?
Okay.
I was a direwolf previously. Yes.
Are you
I was
a
a spider
direwolf?
and then a direwolf.
Are you Jeldra?
No, I'm Deltra now.
Okay.
Now that we are out of combat.
I'm gonna walk over and put my arms out for a hug. And then as we're hugging, I'm gonna lean in. And Cody, I saved something from the dollhouse. Look, and I pull out the mirror and I show you.
I immediately chuck it at a wall. And then go.
We're still here.
Does it break?
Quick thinking, though.
No, doesn't break.
It doesn't break.
I'll go pick up the
Oh, it doesn't
mirror.
break?
Pick up the mirror and then I
Freaky.
reach into my pocket and
The mirror is cracked, but it was cracked when he got it, and no more cracks.
interesting. And I have
I
the
threw it
golden
against
eye and my fingers.
Do you look into it?
The mirror?
Yeah.
Yes. After picking it up.
Okay, so the crack goes from like the top left corner, and it goes about halfway down to the right side. On the bottom half below the crack, it has the same effect that the mirror had in that room, where you can see basically what it's facing, but not you. On the top side of it, you can see you.
So it shows reflections of both sides of the mirror.
So it's when I say so, like it is showing a reflection of what it would show. There's just no person in it. And then in that top corner, it shows actually what it should be
So it's
showing.
like one of those compacts where you kind of go like this and you like spy with it.
Except for that, it doesn't matter how you hold it.
I notice that and I go, Cody, look, you're half vampire.
What is a vampire?
Never mind. I've heard stories at the carnival.
It was a good try.
Thank you.
I don't think so.
They don't
If
have
anything, I'd be half unicorn by now.
He's honorary.
I pull out the golden eye and I go, I see that.
I pull out my wooden eye and be like, "Hi, buddies." What's I supposed to tell them?
Where'd you get that?
Mavlorna's shack. You guys told me to put it away, but I kept it.
Put them. What do we? They might be watching us through the eyes.
I pull out like 8 more.
Oh
I
God,
kept all of them.
that's how they've known we've been coming.
Are you watching us through there?
Well,
No,
but
don't-
Mavlorna seemed quite surprised when she saw us.
Maybe it only works when they're on their home place,
And
like
they're
their home.
I just don't know how I feel about having extra sets of eyes on us.
Says the woman who frequently gains 6 extra pairs.
But those are on me. I know where they came from. I don't know where those
And now this
came
eye
from.
is on me.
Yes, but it wasn't yours before. These eyes have always been mine.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I'll just keep it put away.
Okay.
So I tell you about seeing Eldon as a rocking horse, and now
He's
we
with
need to
us, too.
find. Oh, we've been carrying him.
You have
were
been-
carrying
Yeah,
So you just
you were very
Eldon. He's just stuck in this form right now, but we are going to find his horn and restore him to his ultimate glory.
Hello, Eldon.
It can't really rock being carried, so no response at all.
It's
You
okay.
feel a little shaking on your back.
He likes you.
I'm honored, actually. Thank you.
Should we take him back to his wife?
Don't we need to find
they
the rest
can-
of the children?
I
And his
cannot face Lamorna without restoring her love to full glory.
Oh, I found, guys, I found Teddy Perry. And I show them my teddy bear.
Splendid. It was in
then
the dollhouse?
it was locked in the attic in a toy chest. And I also I start pulling out all the toys. There were more toys. I saved them for the kids.
This is a very strange bird. Why does the beak move?
I know.
Its eyes are soulless. You can't trust it.
I know you guys don't often take what I think into account, but
Go on.
Anyways.
should we be concerned about where these kids came from? Like, do they have families?
They probably just looked in the mirrors on accident.
Well, I mean, even more reason to get them back.
Well, we can talk to them.
Actually, he might have a point.
Percy flies up, pats your head,
I take off my hat before you do it.
flies back down.
Okay, Margar is totally spacing. What was the name of the little boy that we had to rescue from the carnival?
Star.
Star.
The displacer beast?
Yes. What
Yeah,
if...
he's with Will, technically.
Mm-hmm.
We found him.
Right. Though that's what I'm thinking. I think you might be right. What if they're like Star?
What if these were all taken from the carnival? This is Mr. Witch and Mr. Light's property.
No, this is
The
their
children?
fault.
I don't think...
What if these children were all taken from the carnival in different locations?
Okay,
Over the
my
past
question is,
years,
okay,
yeah.
so we've saved the children from the hag. Is Will in the room?
No.
Okay, we've saved the children from the hag.
Will's, I believe, with the other children in Alcorn.
We saved the children from the hag, but what if Will is just as bad? Like some kind of fey spirit that wants to live out their eternal youth and like eat them when he gets older or something.
I mean,
I did
we
not
never.
get the feeling of him wanting to eat children.
I didn't get that feeling either. Also, we never said that they had to stay with Will. We can return them
Were
wherever
we going
they
to traipse around the Feywild with 10 children? 11?
Traipse around the-
11 or 12?
traipse around the Feywild. We kind of do that with the carnival, anyways.
You also haven't rescued all of the children yet.
Yeah, we still need
Wait,
to
isn't
rescue
there more
two.
children?
Yes, we should
could
probably
serve
find the last two.
There are
I'll
more.
find the children.
There
I
are more
turned to-
childs.
I turned to the bugbear. I was like, do you want to stay with Will or do you want to go home to your parents?
Well, if anybody can get us home, it'd be Will.
But has he?
Well, we've been trapped here.
Yes, but you've been with Will for how long?
Not since he left at all. He just told us he would come back and save us.
I
Oh,
noticed.
so Will was here.
Yeah,
That's where you met Will.
he was the first to escape.
Okay.
And then he saved the other three.
And
then
he
said
seems
was
wholly
gonna-
childlike to you. He doesn't seem like.
This is metagaming, so you need to...
I feel like.
I gave you guys too much information. None of that came from the name. None of that came from the game.
Oh, no, because like his mic and everything, like. That's the reason I was like, does he seem wholly childlike to you? Not because, like, it's 100% Cody being dumb Cody. He was like, he doesn't trust Will.
WHOL wholly. Is he really a
No,
child?
you said he had something?
Is it
Yeah,
like-
during our fight with the snakes, he pulled a fucking pike out and started stabbing the snakes with like real
That's right.
skill.
Oh, okay.
Okay, fair.
That's what I was saying.
That's
That's the
true.
only reason
That is
Cody's
true.
like, because Cody didn't like Will before because he thought he was a punk kid, and now Cody's like, wait,
He can fight.
children can't fight like that.
Whereas we all just took it for granted.
Now, whether everyone else in the party is like, well, he's like a fae thing, you know what I mean? Like Cody's just kind
Everything is always weird in these places.
That's
I mean, I also
Either-
look like a child. And I
because you have been very
shouldn't.
clear that you aren't a child.
I'm not still 18.
I'm just saying.
Actually, I think I said I'm 16.
Maybe we have this
I
discussion.
assume everyone's a child based on how they look. You tell me that's wrong. I assume people aren't children based on the way they look. That's also wrong. Which is it?
It's not one or the other.
Coulter.
I'm a child. The halfling speaks up.
Was the bugbear child there when I touched the dollhouse? Or was he one of the new
we
rescue
saved him
ones?
since
Okay.
you've been.
Yeah.
So that was Jake asking. So noticing that there's now a bugbear child,
And a half-inch child.
yes, I go to the children and I present some of the toys that I found. Toys?
Nice.
Their eyes both light up as the bugbear recognizes this little wooden figurine that appears to be a barbarian holding up its arms with swords in each of them. My teddy! And he takes it, and as soon as his hand touches it, there's this shimmer, and he just dissolves. He's gone.
You killed him!
No, that was supposed to happen.
You're not checking that.
As you are, go ahead and roll that. But as you're doing it, the halfling boy takes the ball out of your hand with this look of joy at his face and starts to toss it into the air. And as he does, the same shimmer as both he and the ball vanish.
I check for puddles.
Whoa.
16.
Cade, explain.
There is a strong aura of transmutation magic, and it appears they've been teleported. Conjuration magic, and it appears they've been teleported.
They went somewhere else.
Transmutation would mean they turned into puddles.
I take the other toys, put them back. I take out my loot, and I just sit down and I play.
How come your teddy didn't send you back?
My teddy is what lit up the entire dollhouse and made me safe.
So your teddy produces light.
It helped. It was exactly what I needed it to be.
How are we going to explain this to Will that we lost 2 of the children?
He's never going to believe us.
No. Save the other toys.
And then we
when
do it in
Will
front of
is
them.
Yes, yes. I like this.
That's probably a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
And back to
find the
play.
other children.
Does one of the toys have Will's name on
We'll know when he sees
I
them.
don't like him either, but I don't necessarily want him to like dissolve.
I don't know that I don't like him. The fact that he was taking on these
I don't
children, I mean,
Has he been pleasant to you, Jeldra?
he's been protective of the children, which I would expect. I mean, that's how my mother was. That's how Granny was with me.
I like him.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
Also, those kids knew where the dormitory was. They were going to show us the way.
Wait,
There's only like one place you guys haven't gone. It shouldn't be hard to find.
I can count the dice roll on one hand.
Okay. Nothing.
One multi-fingered hand?
Most hands are multi-fingered.
that's true.
Tentacles aren't.
Hot dog hands aren't they?
Maybe each finger representing 5, so it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
I can.
Yeah, so
25.
you didn't get any insight about what happened, but
Okay.
Okay.
What does it feel like?
About this?
You know, Cade, I have great respect for you, but I need you to explain what just happened.
Yeah, somebody should explain why you melted those children.
They seemed happy to see whatever Cade found.
They got
I would
back,
also welcome death after imprisonment.
they got back what was lost. I think they went home.
I think we're all waiting for Percy to say they were teleported.
Does anyone ask Percy what happened?
Well, there
I'm kind
have
of
been
defending them,
times
So
where we've touched items and things have occurred. This is the first time somebody has disappeared.
They went home.
Where's home?
Wherever they came from.
So you
So
were
this isn't an evil doppelganger pretending to be our bunny companion?
Devious. And they could have been just dissolved and sent to cages somewhere.
Yes.
how do we
Oh God, I just burned Kate to death.
and Bonnie,
Oh,
He's
no.
still in the house.
Fiend!
Quick, tell him something only Cade would know.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Smart Jeltra, keeping us on track.
only Cade would know. Solstice camped out, slept outside in the last realm,
Who wouldn't?
and Cody was a little upset by it. And then that was the first time that I ever got to cuddle with any. But
Wait, who did you cuddle with?
not.
Only Cade can blush.
Is that the
Wait.
So Percy, you agree they went home?
Yeah.
In Sylvan, I turned to you.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
In Sylvan. You know you taught me Sylvan, right?
But Joker doesn't know Sylvan.
I do not know Sylvan. And I'll just say in Druidic, what are we talking about?
What?
From outside and down in the the gallery room, you hear Elcorn call up, "Everything all right in there?"
Either two of the children have absconded or were melted. We're still figuring it out.
And you hear Will go, "What?"
Oh, hi, Will. I didn't know you were down there.
That's where you told me to stay.
2 more to go. We'll be right there. And I walk out of the room to try and find the next room.
All right, so
To be fair, we're somehow long rested.
it hasn't happened yet, but you're fine. Don't worry. Not everything goes according to plan when you're playing D&D.
All of my musical numbers sang to my huge audiences of my family members didn't level me up. Didn't relax me.
Not quite.
They will once you sleep. D&D wants to really stress the importance of sleep and how many aspects of your life and your health that it can affect.
I mean, as a millennial, the most fantastical element of D&D is sleeping for 8 hours uninterrupted every night.
And healing totally and completely. Yeah.
No ills, no problems. Just you wake up fully and wholly healthy.
So,
Well into your 30s.
and beyond, depending on what race you are. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in health, it's hundreds of years.
Okay, I also gotta bring Jake back to the other room. Which where did I hide Jake?
So it's like a band-aid. Gotta get Jake back.
I prefer less than Jake.
That's what it is. Somebody
We
has
were
Jake
nice.
in their name.
Yeah.
So going
I have
up
Jake in my name.
going up the stairs into blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Can you control click for us so we're on the map?
No,
No?
I can't. I'm so sorry. It's just not how it works anymore. Is it control click or command?
It's well, I don't know. On normal, it's control and then you like hang.
Shift click.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay. The dormitory nestles in the tree boughs and has round windows overlooking a wooden balcony. Lining the walls are 10 child-sized bunks outfitted with patchwork quilts and straw-stuffed pillows.
Oh, so we're in this room.
Yes. A young male dwarf lies in one of the bunks, coughing and drenched in sweat, while an older lad mops his brow with water from a bucket. 2 doors exit the room. One leads to the balcony, the other deeper into the tree. Which is what you came from.
You said elf, dwarf? Sorry.
So one is there's a young male dwarf that appears to be sick, cough and drenched in sweat, and an older lad mops his brow with water from a bucket. So I believe he's human.
As soon as I see that, if I'm seeing somebody who's sick or hurting, I'm going to walk over and cast Cure Wounds.
As you enter, the one mopping his brow, "Be quiet," nods towards the balcony, where through the door you can see 2 more of the tin soldiers standing outside.
I use Mage Hand to just bar those doors somehow. Just close them? I don't know.
They're closed. You can just it's like a
lock
window
on it?
kind of deal. There is a lock on it. Yeah, you can
Mage
lock
hand
it.
lock.
Okay.
Click.
And not to question what you're doing, but I will cast Lesser Restoration on the dwarf, which removes disease
I could have done that too.
or one condition, being blinded, deaf, and paralyzed or poisoned.
As you cure it, the coughing ceases, and you can see some color begin to return to his face as he just falls into a slumber.
In your waistcoat, and let's get it.
Pud,
First. And I point to the tin soldiers outside.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna leave.
the boy looks at you with reverence and nods. He puts a hand on the dwarf's shoulder.
Oh, he's got it. I will scoop up
I was going to say,
the child
turn
that's
into a wolf
pointing.
again.
And then I will start trying to put the dwarf child in your waistcoat pocket.
Fit.
It's a waistcoat pocket of holding.
He's gonna smother. No, just have him ride me.
Turn into a wall. Hold on.
I'm pretty big. Cade maybe hold him on there? Or?
Hey, right, children.
It's not hard to.
Sylvan, I'll be like, you are love.
It is. Still don't understand.
I just
You're a wolf.
pat your head between the ears.
You are able to return down without alerting the tin soldier as you regain going through this room with all of your people, Elkhorn, the children, and Will, into the gallery room.
All right, Will. So we got 9 out of 11, 2 of which either melted or teleported. It's still out which one happened.
Did you find their keys?
No.
Their keys. What do you mean their keys?
The items that Granny used to keep them here.
Yes.
Oh, that makes them go back home.
Oh,
One was a ball and one was an action figure.
It was things that were deeply important to them when they were taken.
Well, why not call them mementos or objects? Keys immediately brings the mind like...
Do you have the rest of them?
Can I pull out everything else I found?
You see eyes light up of several of the children around, as you now have, 9 children, once for 11, each of them taking one of the items from you, and that same look of joy as they just burst into these sparkling mists and vanish until there is only 2 children left.
There's one Will.
Will is there as well. Yeah, 3 children left. So there is the 11-year-old drow that you first saw when you came in, and the 8-year-old female Lightfoot halfling, and he has a hand on her shoulder, and she's kind of quietly crying. And you have 2 toys remaining that are clearly theirs.
And I stop and I hold them.
She doesn't want to leave without Oink.
Zoink.
Her pig.
My pig! He's my best friend. I can't leave without him.
How have we missed this damn pig?
One pig.
What? Can we just have a list of everything we're going to need to find in this old lady's house before we go any further?
Can you turn into a pig and somehow make a pig call? Draw the pig here.
I mean, I
A mom pig.
You did see animal pens when you were fighting out in the garden.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, maybe the pig is in the animal garden.
say, I don't know if I can. I'm pretty tired.
What was the pig's
today.
name?
I don't know if I can.
Oink.
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 So I'm going to speak with animals and just be like, oink! Oink!
Well, you're in a building right now.
I start heading to an exit, so
Okay.
Where?
So are you guys both going out to the...
Yes, we need to find the stupid pig for the little girl.
Stupid pig.
Is Star with Will?
Yes.
When we gave him his ball, was that not his key? That wasn't his key.
He wasn't trapped with the hag.
Was he?
Took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
No, because his dad lives back at Witchlight.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're
Displacer
saying
beast
Star.
people?
I thought you were saying
I could give a crap if Will gets hungry.
Animal pets.
What are those? Are those goats?
What are those?
Didn't we?
The top one is a pig pen and the bottom one is a goat pen.
So I will gesture to the pigs and be like, which one is Oink? Oink! So I'll call out again, pig.
A little piglet comes snorting up, smaller than everything else. The rest of them almost look like boars. They're so big.
I'm gonna.
I will scruff Oink and give it to the
Her eyes just like light up as she clings the pig to herself.
Yes. Will you take the toy now?
He's a handsome fellow.
Is the pig gonna stay behind?
Hers is a little doll of a pig. And as she takes it, they both vanish.
Oink does 2, right? Or does Oink get left behind?
Oink.
Oh, God.
He's hardly
Just oink.
And the drow turns to all of you. I know it was silly, but thank you so much for helping her.
Just we've been to many places. Are you going back to like a horrible place, or are you like a surface drow?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, Menzo Berenzon is not great for boy drow.
I don't know. What is that?
Where are you from?
Tulsa.
Tulsa? Oh, okay, fine. Give it a stick.
Look of confusion as he vanishes.
Be safe.
Wait, Tulsa. Can I make a history check to see if that's a drow city?
Yeah.
14.
The carnival hasn't been there in years, but as far as you remember, it was a very large city and very like multicultural. There's a lot of different
I'm
races.
not sending him back
living
to a
there.
horrible hell.
Yeah, it was in a plane that is always shrouded in night, which made it very complicated for the circus to operate on its overnight hours. But beyond that,
But beyond the Witchlight.
yes.
You know, I've never missed doing
Very well.
2 shows a day more than all of this heroism.
So yes, all of you now are able to go back into Loomlurch. You and Elcord and Will and rest wherever you would like. Or you can go back to Little Oak and rest there.
Little Oak. I never want to see Loomlurch again.
Yeah.
Do we burn it down?
Yeah, I think we should.
There's still things in there that are going to resist.
Good matter. We'll sift through later.
Okay. How do we make sure that it
Well,
doesn't?
no, because the market's
spread?
there. Do we want to like?
I say we leave it.
I mean, the people of this land might want to reclaim it.
Shouldn't we have
Next to
locate
the
object
construction.
on this damn unicorn horn?
Actually, I do now.
Can you just make sure it's not in Loomlurch before we leave?
Okay.
Can you do that with an object that you like have never?
You can describe it.
I was going to say, I'm like, it's a unicorn horn.
Because, like, I remember Mark used it once to find a book specifically, because he just said things made out of paper.
Got it.
All right, so I will cast locate
I'll give you
object.
a very detailed explanation of what
Spoken
unicorn
will
horns look like.
locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So
What is the range on it?
1,000 feet.
Okay.
So I'm casting locate object.
I get very sexual about it because I love the horn so much. So
So I'm looking for a unicorn horn specifically detached from its unicorn.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. Do I feel anything? There's
Nothing within 1,000 feet.
You can do it
nothing
for 10
there.
minutes, so might as well leave it up.
Yeah, I'll just
Just in
keep going.
case.
Keep going as we walk.
Walk back to Little Oak.
Yes.
Nothing pings the whole way.
I don't. It's not anywhere around us, guys.
Yeah, but you
Lead
where you can
pocket.
where you can see
Right.
yeah, that's fine.
It's a lead.
a lead line pocket. Oh, but that's I moved you guys to a different map and then realized that you were all small, and I was like, why are they small? And it's because the scale changed from where you were to where you are. And then all of a sudden the oil can is bigger than everybody else. Bigger than everybody else. Okay. You are able to return to Buddy Boy and take a long rest among all of the pillows and Will's 3 friends for whom you did not have keys.
Were they missing keys?
They weren't in the group that he found.
Do the kids know what their key is?
You can ask.
I pull out like all the stuff that I personally have like acquired over. But actually, I don't think none of that would make sense.
Will, do you have a key?
Yes, Will. Where are you from?
I belong here.
I was wondering if somebody maybe was from here.
I'm Will of the Feywild. I'd like to be able to leave here, but the Feywild's where I belong.
Where would you go?
I want to explore.
Exploring is definitely interesting. You meet new people.
Yeah, you guys weren't actually as bad as I thought. Apparently not all adults are terrible. Just most of them.
At least one of our opinions changed.
Agreed.
Just most of them. Why is there a stick up the small one's butt?
I'm not sure, but I think it affects how he dresses.
He has no family.
I don't have any family.
Well, I'm glad you're not letting it make you into a curmudgeon.
Well, I guess
He has you.
I'm not a curmudgeon. I'm quite happy.
any gestures to the 3 kids that are left. I mean, they're my family, but they're gonna go home and that'll be okay.
Oh yeah, if you were talking about Percy, I was talking about Cody.
I just want to say thank you so much for your help, and it's okay for Squirt to go with you.
We were going to take him, but thank you.
Now you have my permission.
That's good to have.
He wouldn't go without my permission.
Oh, okay. Think you will.
And
Already have possession of it?
the oil can, the oil can like looks up. To be fair, I wouldn't have gone without his permission.
Oh, that's good to know.
I admire loyalty.
And consent is important.
He feeds me oil.
Well, we got you boggled.
We got you some oil.
Well, yeah, but he's been doing it for years.
Oh,
We continue to do.
How long have you been here, Will?
Ever since I can remember.
About how long is that?
No, well, the furthest back I can remember is when the hags took over. So back then,
How long was that? How long has it been?
And we know how
Weird.
long that's
Can I
been.
do a
We
history or
found things
check?
that have
Yeah.
indicated that.
yeah.
Do we know?
As time is weird and wibbly wobbly,
Oh, that's right.
in the outside world, the whole like carnival shift happened probably 20 years ago.
Okay.
So like the entire time that you've worked at the carnival, they have been in charge of here.
Will, how old are you?
That's a weird question.
It is to ask a child.
Well, he can't be more than what, 10, 12? I mean, look at him.
But the hags took over 20 years ago, children.
12.
Time is weird.
All right.
We're in the mirror.
Do you want to insight that or leave it?
Cody has his opinions. He doesn't need to insight things. If he incited things, he might realize he's not trapped in a mirror, and Cody's psyche cannot handle it.
Whereas Jiltra is now thinking about it.
Can I insight?
And I was wondering, I'm like,
having listened to the whole
I might
conversation?
insight that. And can I give myself guidance?
Because anytime that Cody is right, at this point, Nikkei is like, well, he
Okay.
deserves that. I should
Doing
think
something
about
else.
that.
I don't know. Natural 1, so I don't get the cost.
wow, another nat 1.
11.
It's a rough night.
You have the vague memory that he said 11 earlier, but
Oh, found it.
nothing really beyond that.
All right.
Sleep.
Yep, bedtime.
Sleep, perhaps, to dream.
Once you take the curse off, we
You
can
know,
get everybody else home, so maybe fix that.
Well, I mean, we already killed 1 out of 3 hags. How many of you killed? I say with my hat covering my face.
And I'll kick you in the boot.
I'm gonna go to bed before I get mad.
That's fair.
When he gets mad, he turns from will into won't.
Cody, despite all his bravado, when he says get mad, he does take a moment to panic just a little bit because he did watch him fight those snakes.
You are all able to take a full rest and wake up at level 5 without incident in the evening, as you are protected by Little Oak.
Good call.
Then once Will goes to bed, I want to ritually cast Identify.
I will.
He's
Yeah.
identified.
I don't know if you can you do
Roll.
that?
Tell.
Roll stealth or sleight of hand.
Do you wake me
Because the
up?
oil can probably doesn't sleep.
With advantage?
That's a nat 1.
Oh, fuck.
one.
Tonight is not our night, guys.
As you begin to cast it, just starting to move your hands in the ritual, his eyes open, he looks up at you and smiles. Did you need something?
I just wanted to see if you were under a spell that was going to send you away too, if you're trapped here or something like that, but I'll just go to bed now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay.
Sleep well, bud.
All right.
We are all asleep for that horribly foreboding message. God damn it, Hank.
As you lay down, everything just goes pitch black.
Okay.
Whoa.
Do I sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like your eyes are open, it is pitch black.
What?
So
Should we left somebody on watch?
Okay.
No, we're in the tree.
I died today.
We'll put some bells on Eldon with instructions to wake us if something terrible happens.
Something.
I didn't mean to roll it, sorry. I was
Okay,
trying
I
to
was like,
expand
holy
something.
crap.
And then Coulter lied through his teeth.
Right?
So
The problem with Roll20 is you can't tell how many dice he's rolling.
That's true.
yeah,
You will
so
wake up to 39 points of damage.
Percy's the only one that saw this blackness encroach and everything. By the time you all wake up well rested, everything's totally normal.
What does it mean?
I deeply kiss my love and then go over and give a proper unicorn welcome to Eldon.
Which is
It is a deep bow where you touch horns, but as neither of us have horns, I just kind of put out my hand
You get kind of like a rocking forward.
No.
and I touch my hand to his forehead.
Fantastic.
I love it when you observe unicorn custom.
I did marry into it. It's important that I respect it.
It is.
And then I will go and watch Cade and Jeldra awaken.
Both of you wake up to see Cody just sitting over you. I like we both did the thing.
Oh,
How did everyone sleep?
Jeltra?
are you okay?
Okay,
What?
why is
It's Sylvan.
Cody
Did you cuddle her?
I don't know.
This is
And
a good move.
Have you
Massage
tried
works
talking
too.
to her about your
Kate
feelings?
kind of
I don't know what's
sleeps
going
so well.
on.
I'm sorry, he's speaking Sylvan for some reason.
Why
Should
are you
we
speaking
tell her?
Sylvan?
Are you nervous?
We're trying to give him seduction notes.
Oh. Oh, is there someone?
Again, massage.
Yes, there's someone he is very entranced with.
And I'm trying to look, I'm thinking about, Delta starts thinking about all the other bunnies that we've encountered. We almost
Can
killed
we seize him as a bunny zoned?
No, I just don't think
It's like, I think we should help. We should help, right?
I always want to see love bloom.
Yes, yes.
And it would be
Delta.
interesting to watch. And it would be interesting to watch them mate.
I very quickly just put a hands out. I apologize for whatever's about to happen.
What? I don't understand. Why are you stopping me?
For my own
I'm gonna
sanity.
go find the kitchen. Go make breakfast. Get up and walk away. 'Cause I don't think they're talking about me at all.
There's not really a kitchen per se, that is just a single room. There is like a stove in the corner.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sylvan too.
Go onto the stove.
You should have got it as a racial language.
Fairies don't get Sylvan.
He doesn't listen.
It's the
to us
language
anyway.
of fairies.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, I bet you because you're a post-Tasha race, it let you pick as opposed to giving it to you automatically.
No.
I start making food for everybody for the morning.
I'm exercising.
Unless you tell her, how is she supposed to know?
Oh, wait, I'm aggressive.
I don't want to make it weird.
How much weirder is it that you secretly pine after her and everything she does?
I don't pine after her. I just think she's special.
My love says you've been pining.
So romantic, special. Life is short, Cade.
I
We
just
could die any
Especially
day.
ours.
I just think she's special, and even if we're about to die and something's actively trying to kill us, as long as she's with
What's
within-
trying to kill us?
We're in Sylvan.
Oh, yeah.
Will just stretches and yawns and responds in Sylvan. I'm just surprised she hasn't noticed yet. He's pretty obvious.
She's
Well,
quite simple.
to
She
be
grew
fair,
up very
Yeah,
isolated.
she grew up in a hut in the woods with just women. So unless she is sapphic, I don't think she would have had any experience. Yeah.
I wouldn't have passed her if she was.
Yes. We should ask. Should we ask?
That's not rude at all. all. Insincere. No, yeah, we should ask.
Jeltra,
Although we don't want to put her on the spot. No, go ahead.
I'll walk in. Jeltra, do you have a preference as to slugs or snails? I personally don't care either way.
Well, I mean, they're both very beneficial, or they can be beneficial to the garden. I mean, it just
Yes, the
depends on
garden of love. They are very beneficial, yes.
I
where
just
you
grabbed my food.
find them.
Thank you, Jeltra. And I
I mean,
sure.
if they're in the tomato patch, then you want to get the slugs out of there because then they're going to eat the roots.
Yes, get rid of slugs. Okay, so you prefer snails
But
over
they
slugs.
can also attract the birds, which help to pollinate and spread the seeds
From outside?
around. So, I mean, they can be useful.
There's a whole ecosystem that has to work.
The kids are all just like shoveling food into their mouth.
There you go.
So if you had to visit Thebes or Sappho's, which would you prefer to visit?
I've never been to those places. I don't
You've
know.
never
I think
been.
Still about 400 miles from, what is
They
it?
would-
No, it's Theros. Theros. We've been to Theros.
I mean, it'd be interesting to visit either of those, as haven't been. I mean, this is the farthest I've been
So you have no preference.
of travel destinations. No,
Okay.
I mean it's about exploring all the things that you haven't seen before, right?
Jeltra, do you like females or males? Or both? Or neither?
Well, I like all
Neither
of you
is an
guys.
option. Yes.
We mean
Sexually.
sexually.
At that,
Have you had a first sexual experience?
Oh my god.
Perhaps this is just
This is a safe space.
Percy,
Will like claps two of the kids' head together.
so Percy, while he's eating breakfast, hears you say that and just sets his spoon down. Sarsaparilla.
What does sarsaparilla mean again?
fair.
Shut the heck up.
I thought that was rhododendron. Am I getting my realities mixed up again?
I mean, any weird word that he throws out.
I'm playing music for the kids
respect that.
outside.
Good.
I will lower my voice so that Percy can no longer hear. Percy has said the safe word, so he does not wish to be a part of this conversation.
sarsaparilla.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. We didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. We were just
I go
wondering.
back. I turn back to the stove.
It's inconclusive.
I'm outside playing music for the kids.
I call out in Sylvan. It's inconclusive.
And now that I know that's what you guys are talking about in Sylvan, or something similar to about me, I'm like,
In common, I yell back, "Stop!"
I think we're making people uncomfortable.
No.
I don't know. Maybe we should go have loud intercourse to inspire them.
We should go see if that mushroom patch is
Oh
restored
my
now that
God.
I'm always down for a mushroom hunt.
Yes.
Can I bury my mushroom in your patch?
As you all
Oh my
spend the
God.
day relaxing and recuperating in whichever way you choose, as we cut away to black, the evening comes and Squirt approaches.
right after that conversation, we got to talk to Squirt.
Does Squirt speak Sylvan?
Yes.
Squirt, do you prefer nuts or bolts?
Oil. I'm an oil can.
You're just curious.
It's in the name.
Yes.
I'll
Where is
oil nuts or bolts if they need it. But
Ace.
Whereas I hear them talking in Sylvan, and again, I get very red.
Don't worry, Jojo. We're asking Squirt questions. Have nothing to do with you.
Unless you don't prefer Shelter, do you?
Jeltra? Who's Jeltra?
Is that common? Or in Sylvan?
just the name Jeltra comes up in.
I mean, now we're talking about you, Jeltra, but just to clarify things.
Very, like, bluntly.
Can you?
The cage just goes, "You're all being very rude."
Can somebody just pick me up?
How dare you talk to
I
your
pick
father
you
that
up.
way?
It's so tiresome to have to actually move on my own. Yeah, if you guys just want to go to the place that we're supposed to do, right? You want to go to the place?
Let's go.
The one through the mist?
Yes, we need to kill the
The
last.
blood is flowing. I'm alive.
Oof.
The grass is green, the tank is clean, the tank is clean! They let you know that Little Oak will take you to the boundary
Excellent.
between this land and the next.
It's a little Nemo.
It was.
Nemo reference. Okay. You said that a couple times. And I'm like, how is that from?
Things happen, and it always. As you all get a second good night of rest here, away from the embattlement, there is a horrible shrieking sound flying through the air above Little Oak's head.
Ooh.
And then a dive and a rustle into the trees, the shriek of animals, and then these sound of enormous wings flapping as the shrieking continues off into the distance.
Do I
So
recognize any of the animals?
it's not near us, it's leaving.
It flew over somewhere in the distance. It landed and killed something, and then continued to fly off.
I was going to excitedly run after it.
Does
What's the unicorn's white
Elmo.
name?
Lamora?
Lamora?
Lamorna.
Lamorna.
Yes.
I look at Solstice and go, that wasn't Lamorna being hurt, was it?
Would that sound like she? Do you want me to make a roll about whether that
sure.
sounded like?
Yeah. Go ahead and make like a nature check, or if you have a different idea for having a
Can I
shared
assist?
ancestry.
Because I wanted to see if I could try and identify the sound.
Yeah, you can assist.
So,
So,
advantage.
10 plus.
Nashu.
Let's see. I think my nature. Oh, 13.
I think I know what it is. But remember that I know.
I mean, they've told us about the Jabberwock, and we've been looking for it.
The sound was not. It was bestial. It was not something that a unicorn would have made.
No, that was not the sound of a wild unicorn wreaking havoc on this nature. Wait, wreaking havoc on the inhabitants of this forest.
That was still very concerning.
It's
Sure.
probably that
Do you-
large cloth thing we saw when we first arrived.
Do you have these sounds often? Whoever, is anybody else awake aside from us? If it woke us, I think.
This is before everybody went to bed, as the trees kind of moved
Okay.
through. Probably the Jabberwock. It kills things.
Oh wait, we don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
We heard about the Jabberwock.
Fearsome Jabberwock.
the
Did Percy
letters.
tell us though?
Yes. I thought so.
Oh, okay.
If Percy didn't, Jeltra would have.
She was a spider,
She was reading over your shoulder, I thought.
but she was still, I don't know, whatever.
I think. Jeldra would have been able to read everything as well. So
Yeah, I
So
still
Jeltra didn't
maintain
tell
my
us?
intelligence.
I meant to pull up the Jabberwock stat log, and I typed Jeldra into the search bar. Nothing came up, and I was like, "Well, why isn't it here?"
The mighty Jill. Walk.
Did anybody look out the window?
I mean, I would have ran to look at it because I'm
This is
fascinated.
what you see in the air.
Fearsome.
My love, we must slay it or befriend it. I don't know which.
We must ride it if we can.
Oh, goodness.
As far
Well, and
as
it was friends to Zybilna, which we are sort of friends. I mean, we haven't met her, but we want to be friends with her, so maybe he'll want to help us.
it is gone. I mean, at this point, it's
Oh.
far off at the distance.
Personally, you can't follow that, can you?
Can I tell if we're
No.
moving in the
Oh.
direction of where
Probably
it
should.
went?
It flew across and behind. You are going
Okay.
patty corner away from it.
Got it.
Although, actually,
You haven't got your sense of direction
Is
back, have you?
he? No, he got it back. Oh,
No, Jeltra got hers back.
Nope.
No, it was just me and you, I think.
and
And him.
is he? Did the Jabberwock go in the direction of the border or like away from?
It went like deeper into the forest, so away from the border.
Okay.
Yeah, not in the direction that we're going.
Well,
What
we,
if the Jabberwock has the unicorn?
yes, we could hunt the Jabberwock and see what information he may be able to give us. Can he speak? That's a good question.
I don't
He has
know.
friends.
He mostly just kills and eats things.
I don't want him to kill anyone.
What does he eat?
Kind of anything.
Including like you?
I think if he got me, he'd probably try.
Hmm.
I can probably hold my own though. I'm pretty tough.
So you are made of meat. Cody says suspiciously.
I mean, we're except for Squirt. I think we're all made of meat,
Oh, how
Well, and Little Oak.
soon.
That's true.
unless is wood meat.
To something, maybe.
Yeah, so as long as you're not a termite, he's not meat. But
Or
we're
a
all
beaver.
meat.
or beaver.
We could eat each other.
I have
I
never,
wouldn't recommend it.
I have never craved human flesh. Is that something you struggle with? He says again, suspiciously.
He like takes another bite of the food that Jaltra made for dinner. This is fine.
It's not
Eat
human.
a cricket.
And one of the other kids pipes up the dwarf and goes, "Yeah, you're a much better cook than Will."
Well, I'm happy to show you him. Anyone who wants.
Maybe show him. And he points to the halfling. Like,
Would you like to learn to cook?
yeah?
I'll show you how to make breakfast in the morning.
Okay.
Aren't we leaving?
We should be there by morning. The rest of the evening, unless there's anything you guys would like
So
to
to
do.
be clear, we're not going Jabberwock hunting.
Not yet. Also, I might prefer the term tracking.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to hunt
Hank,
it.
would you get rid of the doodle?
The doodle.
Noodle things.
Oh, yeah, Jan is
We're
gonna be a
there.
bitch.
Oh.
Also that night, like before, I want to go to Will. Say, I'm sorry
For what?
for almost attempting to cast smell on you last night.
It's fine. If you tried to hurt me, I would have killed you.
I didn't want to try to hurt you. I wanted to see if there was something we could do to help you. If there was something that like the witches had done to affect you.
There is. I don't want it undone.
Oh,
Where's this conversation?
I would have like taken him somewhere else. Yeah.
It made me better.
Oh, okay.
I can help
Well,
people now.
Then I'm even more sorry, and I'm glad that you're better now.
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
Okay. Come with me.
Oh, that's always
Okay.
Do we need to
We thought Gade was gonna go.
second location. See what happens.
Yeah.
Never go with a hippie to a second location.
Has no one ever watched Unsolved Mysteries?
It will. I'm trying to find a picture. I don't think I have a picture. Will takes you into the forest,
Into the forest.
kind of like out of sight of Little Oak, as it's settled down close to the border for the evening for you all to rest. And I don't know if I have a way to show you this.
You know who we still haven't met? The Dandelion Knight.
The tender.
The dandelion.
Sounds like a real loser.
We were so excited.
Dandelions are easily conquered.
Will shifts his form once you're alone. And turns into
Whoa.
that.
Dad, can you see those people?
I don't think they can, but for those watching from home,
It's
it
a
is
freaking Oni.
friggin' Oni. And he
Google
stays in that form for a few moments so that you can get a good look at him, and then shifts back, turning into Will. It's a long story, but because of the curse, now I can help people.
Okay.
And he's gonna sit on this, even though Cody has been right.
Especially because you did.
He can keep a secret.
Okay. So I think maybe this might be more useful for you than me then. If you're trying to help people and stop the hags and like keep away from people, and I'm gonna undo the necklace around my neck. I'm gonna give it to him.
What is the name?
And it's the Amulet of Proof against detection and location that I received. So maybe this will help you stay hidden in case other things start looking for you.
I think you killed the main thing, but this would be good if the others realized that what they did actually caused some good. You know what's funny? They just did it to screw with Skabatha. It wasn't even like for good.
They really hate each other, don't they?
Yeah. All three.
So
He puts the necklace on back in his 11-year-old form from this giant ogre.
So, if the next person, I don't remember what her name is,
Endolin.
Andolin, she can only die during an eclipse, right? But
She's scared.
is it anywhere near like an eclipse? Like, what do we do?
I don't really follow that kind of thing.
But like, how do we?
I like mischief. That's a weird thing to say
Who
outright.
doesn't like mischief?
I don't know. How do we make it be an eclipse? Like, we can defeat her, but if we can't kill her, then what's the point?
Got a bright light and cover it?
Covering my ass cheeks and looking more and more.
You have light on your butt. No. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never even met her.
Is your ass considered a tiny non-magical object?
It is magical, but I guess for the purpose of that spell,
Is it tiny? Just
How
your ass.
small is?
I have a weird mole on my ass. That's tiny.
Okay.
Okay.
What about Cody, Rio?
So, yeah, if you tell anybody about this, I'll eat you.
What telling you about what?
Rude.
Awesome.
What's awesome?
Puts up hand. High five. I will find a way to get the others back.
Like back to where they belong?
Yeah.
Get back.
Yeah.
I hope you do.
Me too.
Do we notice them gone?
How long have you been gone?
I mean, like depending on how long it took us to get where we were going,
I'd say probably like 10 minutes.
so it's been like maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. 20 minutes total. That's up to you guys if you notice
It
him
might
gone
have
for
been
20
when we were
minutes.
going to sleep.
Yeah, I had thought that it would be like
I thought
closer
that
to.
you said something
Yeah.
close to that.
Then me and Solstice are probably getting back from Nightly and Hulu.
Oh yeah.
And you see Percy and Will come out of the forest on the other side as you both groups approach. And Will waves.
I wink.
With a child?
Oh God, you're right. Ew, no.
Didn't process. Rescind.
I immediately go in Sylvan to you. Do you think it's some kind of creature that can replace people?
There has been no evidence to support that he could do that. Besides, if he did, maybe
I just
Percy would be
mean
more
Monk
likely.
Will all the way as I climb up the ladder.
Whereas I'm finishing telling a story to the children or anybody else that wants to listen.
And I'm
As you're looking-
playing background music
Yes.
and like echoing for dramatic effect.
I love it. You can use some prestidigitation and druidcraft to.
Yes.
As you look at Will and you're climbing, he winks and vanishes. When you get up the ladder, he's sitting inside with them.
I just turned to him and was like, they aren't onto whatever is going on here, but I am. I am onto you.
It's good that you're leaving. You might mess up the plans.
If it turns out to be evil, we will give you credit.
And the deer and the goat ran off happily ever after.
And then were ravaged by a good friend of theirs that they trusted.
The next morning, as you sit,
I
on
spend the rest of the evening dropping mistruths at Percy to see if he corrects me. to see if he knows things. He'll be like,
angry
yeah,
and bothered.
yeah. When we killed Bavlorna the first time,
He kills. He
You mean
puts
when
his
I almost killed her the first time?
correct. We've been eating fireflies.
Gasparilla!
Twice in one day. Twice in one day.
It's one of the kids.
What sarsaparilla?
I don't know, but it's a fun word to say.
This is a great teaching moment. You can request.
I feel like if anyone's going to teach the children about safe words, it should be the adults.
Let me finish.
When you're close with someone, you can create a word as that represents a whole phrase, meaning please stop, I'm uncomfortable, halt your actions. And so we've created the word sarsaparilla to mean just that. So instead of having to explain or say multiple sentences or take time, I can quickly convey that I'm uncomfortable. Anyone can.
And all activity must stop.
Sarsaparilla.
I respect what you've just said.
And they go out the rest of the evening just like playing back and forth and yelling sarsaparilla at each other and then freezing in place.
They basically turn into
They
red
play
light,
free
green light.
Yeah.
What have we done?
We introduced a
think
new
we
game
need-
to children.
I think we need to pick another word.
We should pick a new safe word.
We need a new word. Yeah.
What is something
You
we
can pick whatever word you want, kids. It doesn't have to be sarsaparilla, just so you know.
As they keep yelling sarsaparilla at each other.
It's a good word, though. It's a good word.
We are leaving soon, so.
Okay, that's
fair.
The next morning, go ahead.
Also, Jiltra, I'm very sorry about earlier.
you didn't do anything.
I know.
I don't.
I'm apologizing for them, even though it's not my place. I don't want to make you comfortable, and I think they did.
Well, I'm just.
Okay,
I don't.
to be fair, sorry.
I mean, they were asking me questions that I really hadn't thought about or considered, or
They
you
do
know,
that all the
there was-
time, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. And that's okay. I mean, that's part of meeting new people and understanding what the world is about. And not everything that I'm going to encounter is going to make me feel comfortable. And I just need to deal with that. And people are going to have questions, and I need to be strong enough to say sarsaparilla sometimes.
It's true. And then,
What am I doing? I see you, sarsaparilla.
The kid just like stops.
And Cody just puts his arms up. He's like, I wasn't doing anything.
For what it's worth, and I can't believe I'm defending Cody specifically. When they do things like that, it does mean that they care about you and like having you around. I've learned it's an uncomfortable way of showing familial ties.
I love how we're filthy, world-weary carnies, like traveling with a bunch of, basically children. Which is like,
And yet, they're as skilled as we are in combat. Weird.
we just have, all of our stories are like, yeah, so I was giving this guy a rusty damn trombone, right?
Right, that's your stories, baby.
Continue.
I don't even know where I was going at this point.
So they care about you. They just have an odd way of showing it, but you have to kind of read between the weird.
Yeah. I think it's just part of me growing and realizing that, the world is definitely a lot bigger than Granny and Mom.
I learned that every day, and I had a big family.
Yeah. I mean, I would just get hugs from Granny and Mom when they were wanting to, say that they cared. Sometimes it's people asking you uncomfortable questions when they want to get to know you.
I don't have to do that, and then I put out my arms for a hug.
Aw. I love it.
Yes.
I just shush him really
And I
loudly.
look at that and I'm like,
I pretend to be throwing darts at something, just like,
The courting was very beautiful in this tree.
yes. What is that again?
Tree?
it was a hug.
What? We have been very busy admiring Little Oak.
And I will walk over
But
and
hugs
I'm
are
going to
great.
go hug Solstice.
I pick you up and I twing you around. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sarsaparilla, I'll put you down.
No, that was, I'm just, oh.
You know, when you're big like me, it's fun to pick people up, but I recognize that it's not fun sometimes.
Well, it was unexpected. I don't know that I've ever been picked up like that before, at least not since I was small.
Happens
But it's
to me
fun,
often.
right?
That was pretty fun.
I'm used to it.
Well, I mean,
no-
with you,
Yeah.
right?
Nobody's big enough to pick me up, so, you know, sometimes I wish.
I'll
I
go
walk
with
over
you.
and I try to like.
So as I hug you, I whisper in your ear, I know I made you uncomfortable, but always know, no matter what, I'm here, no matter the topic, no matter the situation. I'm not the smartest, but I'll try.
To be smart.
Thank you. That means a lot, and I hug you a little tighter.
I look over.
And then I
Percy?
pretend to be like, ah! And then like some like fireflies like come out of my mouth like you squeeze me too hard.
I hug Percy with you.
And I group hug around Percy.
And we all gather.
Percy, do I have consent to hug you?
Oh, that's right. I should ask.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
sure, yeah.
I'm still
Fine.
hugging Percy.
We all hug Percy. Be careful of his wings.
Okay, don't.
Will comes in between Solstice and Jaldra and joins.
Yeah, Will.
Eye contact with him while we hug.
He makes it back and grins.
Okay, bedtime. We got a lot going on tomorrow. Bedtime?
Will plays with Star as everybody's getting ready for bed, and then you have a peaceful evening at this edge of a world. In the morning, waking up, seeing the mists begin to clear.
Hellfire and brimstone. Oh, thank God. I was really nervous.
Seeing the mists begin to clear, there is a change in the stone beyond. As you bid farewell to the children, and Will, an oil can follows along with you, venturing this time on foot instead of by air into the beyond. You stand on a path that wends between rocky crags on a mountainside. The sky is dark and full of rolling thunder clouds that obscure the forest that was once behind you. You are greeted by a howling wind. For a second, lightning splits the sky, striking nearby mountaintops and illuminating a distant pinnacle of rock that has a foreboding castle carved out of it. And that's where we'll end tonight. Thank you so much for joining us as we traveled from hither to yon, and are now in the third and final realm of Witchlight.
We're in
So is that this castle right here?
It is no,
that was
that is
hither.
not.
We went from thither to yon.
Yes, you are over in the blue area.
This one.
It's all blue.
So yes, it would be that one.
So where did we?
It has a
enter
name. What
Yon?
is the
Did
name
we
of
like
this-
go over here? and then
You
go across?
entered over here. You have materialized somewhere.
Somewhere, and there's a castle in the distance.
Yes. Everything is wibbly wobbly, timely, wimely, geography malobly.
And in terms of weather, we've had sunny weather until now. Is that right?
Hither was kind of foggy and damp
That's
and
right.
dank. Thither was clear, mostly sunny, fairly temperate. Now you're in a thunderstorm.
Sweet.
Okay.
Best for last.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have questions for after party.
Yeah.
And with that, thank you so much for watching us this evening if you're on Twitch, and thank you so much for watching us when this gets posted if you're on YouTube. If you ever have any questions or anything, please feel free to put them up. We'll be happy to answer them for you. Or if you have comments and suggestions and anything like that, we're always looking for more shorter videos and whatnot to make that you would enjoy.
And if you got this
will-
far and you're not part of the Discord server, why? Why are you not?
Okay, so everyone here needs to post more on Discord.
Okay.
So just for the
I'm old.
There will be the Battle Royale from Blood Sands video going up shortly. We're just putting the finishing touches on that, so it should be up this week. Which,
We, meaning you.
The royal we.
yes. This week, which means last week if you're on if you're seeing this on YouTube next week. The Feywild, Wibbly Wobbly
Timey
Timey.
wimey.
Timing it is a good thing. Coulter does all the work. We just watch it.
And with that, thank you to our patrons: Sparky, Dossie, Daniel, Rio's mom, Alistair, Sean, Rockelman, Death's Grasp, Eric Fox, Meepo, Dream Lover, and Duke Relin. And with that, and lots of very uncomfortable conversations,
Ooh, sometimes you gotta get
we
through
will
this.
come up with a tagline. Eventually. Good night, everybody. Well, see you in a half hour.
See you soon.